bet with Interbet only. They're a fantastic site. I've never had any issues with them. They are very professional. There's never a problem. You deposit money, 2 seconds later it's in your account. You withdraw, which I do very occasionally, and I believe it's also 2 seconds it's in your account.
It's time for the Pick 6, and the Pick 6, that's a bet that we all want to catch on Monday. It could pay handsomely with a few tough races along the way, and possibly maybe 1 or 2 races where you can go a bit lighter. But straight into race number 3, and race number 3, this is certainly one of the toughest races on the card. It's a Fillies and Mares 65 handicap over the 1900 meter trip, and the first leg of the Pick 6 is due to go off at 1:30. So 1:30, 13:30 is the time you need to jot down to get those Pick 6 bets on for the meeting at Hollywood Bets Gravel on the Poly track. And at the time of recording, there are 12 runners that go to post with 2 reserves, so that makes it 14 runners in total. And please do take note of any scratch-ins, betting moves or jockey changes closer to race time on Monday for race number 3. And as I mentioned, it is an extremely competitive race. It's tough. I think you possibly need to include quite a few in the opening leg of the Pick 6. Starting off, number 2, Zenobian Princess. Now, she shed a maiden tag last time out. She's a 2-year-old taking on older horses here. She carries 55. She runs in the handicap, so her rating is 80. She beat Shikoku last time out, and I think she could just find it a bit tough now, stepping up to 1900 and taking on these older horses. Zenobian Princess, at the early time of recording, she is the one at the top of the boards at 7-2 in the market. Number 3, Diamonds and Dollars, 4 kgs off the back, but perhaps she needs to improve on her recent form. Eye-catching. Now, eye-catching, this is a huge jockey strike. Anton Marcus gets the ride on eye-catching, this 4-year-old daughter of Flower Alley. She's at 4-1 in the market. And eye-catching, her last 2 runs in the province, she's run 4th, beaten by Aerial View. She was doing her best work at the finish, and then last time out she was beaten by Chelsea Flower over the 2000 meter trip. Eye-catching, 1900 meters the distance. She's drawn neatly in gate number 4. She's on a mark of 61. I don't think she should be too far off the action, and a horse you can throw in as well. Number 5, Name of the Game. If they go a decent tempo up front, it's going to play into her hands. This 3-year-old daughter of Twice Over. She enjoys running on. She has no problem with the course and distance. She has run a cracking second over this course and distance, and that was behind Aerial View, so not much to choose between eye-catching and Name of the Game on that Aerial View run. But Name of the Game, she runs for a stable that's in cracking form at the moment, and for a jockey who's riding at the top of his game in the form of Keegan DeMello and Dean Canamere. And the Name of the Game, she's a horse that I think you've got to throw in as well. Cavian's Cara could just be the value in the race at 14-1. Now, she's dropped further in the ratings on a mark of 56. And it was carded that Samanga Kumalo was set to get the ride. But as I mentioned, do take note of any jockey changes closer to race time. Was a decent run last time out, beaten 4.3 lengths behind Luna Eclipse, and she was up there and no finish in the closing stages. Her better form is no doubt on the turf, but she has placed once from her 4 starts on the Poly track. And Cavian's Cara, with the rating drop and around 14-1, she could just be the value and a horse to include into those swingers, trifectas and quartets. Then we move on to number 7, Razzle Dazzle Him, with Robert Cartier aboard. Now, she's yet to place past 1600 meters, so she goes the 1900 meter trip for the first time, and we'll see how she does go. But a horse that I think you could possibly include into larger trifectas and quartets. And then I want to touch on number 9, Reckless Love. Now, she flew home last time out. She was running on strongly. A 400 to finish was in a time of 23.6, second fastest to finish behind Luna Eclipse, and that was over the 1550 meter trip. I don't think she'll have any issue stepping up to 1900. Another runner that if they go decent tempo up front, it could play into her hands, as she loves to run on from the back end of the field. Cole Dickon aboard once again. She's dropped 2 points by the handicapper after that last start, and she now carries 53 kgs with the 1.5 kgs off the back, and she's at 10-1 in the market. So Reckless Love and Cavian's Cara, 2 value plays in the race. And then Port Adelaide, Miss Missouri, they have wide draws to contend with, but are both in some decent form, never too far off the action, and I think both have to be respected. And the more you look into the form of these runners, the harder the field and the first leg of the pick six does seem. So in terms of my numbers for this race, I'm going to go number 5, Name of the Game, number 4, Eye Catch in the 6, Cavian's Cara, and number 9, which is Reckless Love. So it's going to be in no particular order: number 4, Eye Catch in, 5, Name of the Game, 6, Cavian's Cara, and number 9, Reckless Love. Those will be the 4 numbers that I'll play around with the first leg of the pick six.
My name's Danny Diliberto, founder of Ladles of Love. It was founded back in 2014. Communities we work with are all over the peninsula, and we're working with 138 beneficiaries now. We've grown exponentially. We've been able to do that because of all the kindness that we have experienced from individuals and corporates such as Interbet, who just want to be part of the change.